we've got Nathaniel Medice taking on Heath Repard, both of them having an amateur MMA debut. Coming in at 205 pounds, the light heavyweight division is in full effect. Let's take a look at our tail of the tape. That was a very quick tail of the tape. We've got Nathaniel Medice, 29 years of age, 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds with an amateur MMA record of 0 wins and 0 losses. He is taking on Heath Repard, 33 years of age, 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 210 pounds, probably like 205 pounds with an amateur record of 0 wins and 0 losses. Let's send it over to the cage where our ring announcer, Dan Bogan, is making the official introductions. Heath Repard coming down to the cage. Big dude, big burly beard. Leonidas walking out.
Fighting out of Williamsport, PA. Another Team Vicious fighter. You got several guys on the card here tonight. I always love watching the 205 and heavier. Maybe that's just because I'm an oaf, Grant, and I can feel a little more comfortable with guys that weigh a little less than me.
Is the fact that you're so big why our knees are always touching when we're sitting next to each other?
Possibly.
Anyway, blue corner, Heath Repard. Big guy, big punches, big fight. Amateur MMA debut. Like we've said about all the other previous fights, don't exactly know what to expect. I do know that the main event tonight, Lewis Rumsey, the main event fighter, is also from Team Vicious. And he likes to bang. He likes to get in there, he likes to get gritty, he likes to get dirty.
A lot of experience in that gym. They're putting out some high-level fighters. It's always nice to see somebody make their debut. Doesn't look like he has a lot of jitters. I'm sure they're there, but seems very relaxed.
Fighting out of the mat factory in Lower Borough, Nathan Meadows. Nathan Meadows, take side.
Whatever the rules back. Remember, once you go down the drag, you can't punch him in the head, okay? Good luck.
I think George R.R. Martin would have to show up to take the title out of him. And that's just for prestige.
Uncle Si may be his corner name. I'm not sure.
Red corner coming to the cage, we've got Nathaniel Medice, 29 years of age, a bit younger than Repard. Very big guy himself. I think Repard's a little bit taller than Medice. I mean, obviously, we went over the tail of the tape. He is a bit taller, but Medice looks pretty beefy.
He's definitely training in a great camp. He's got the mat factory as his usual training ground. He also does a little bit of cross-training other places. Interesting note about Nathaniel, he was actually a competitive powerlifter before he got into MMA. He was actually the 220-pound state record holder in powerlifting.
Oh, wow, that's very impressive. You can see he's a big, strong guy. I mean, he doesn't exactly have the build of a powerlifter probably anymore as much as he used to. He would be a lot larger, I would imagine.
Coming from the mat factory, look for big,
powerful
rules in the back.
Local Pittsburgh fighter possibly has eaten at Slice on Broadway. Don't quite know. It's a possibility.
Maybe some pancakes in there, too.
The Pancake House.
Thank you. Excuse me.
The original Pancake House.
This is the Gladiators of the Cage amateur light heavyweight division, calling for 3 2-minute rounds. First fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 204 pounds. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, 33 years of age, making his amateur debut. He fights for Team Vicious MMA and Team Gracie NEPA from Williamsport, Pennsylvania, Heath Repard. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 202 pounds. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, 29 years of age, making his amateur debut. He fights out of the mat factory in Lower Borough. He's from Leechburg, Pennsylvania, Nathan Meadows. Your referee, Chip Snyder.
Okay, gentlemen, here we go. Sir, are you ready?
3-point
Sir,
stance.
you ready? Come on, let's bang.
Just waiting for him to run him down.
Oh, man, this is going to be fireworks already, you can see.
Yeah.
very weird kick by Repard.
And that's the consequence of it.
Medice got a really big toss. That was really beautiful. Kind of a lateral drop variant.
You may want to be careful when you go for some kind of kick like that when you're fighting a guy who fights out of the mat factory. A lot of wrestling there.
Yeah, important to keep your lower body away from their reach. Wow,
Big
Medice
strong
is
guy's got that.
Oh my God! That's what you get when you're a competitive power lifter at this weight. I mean,
tight.
he just picked him off the ground. Repard's probably walking around at 220 right now. Oh my God!
What power on the takedowns, Grant.
Go grab
Now,
that
I mean, I
cage,
would say
Blue.
Medice needs to be careful. He doesn't gas himself out. We're only not even a minute into the first round here, and he's really expending some energy, but my goodness.
Heath neck may be made of rubber. How did he escape that choke, Grant?
Oh, he'll feel that tonight.
It just shows he's a tough and gritty fighter.
Yeah, no kidding.
Great job of mounting up here.
Oh, you can just see Medice right now is having to pull his punches from the face. He wants to unload so bad.
He's training with some serious fighters. Camp that's put out 2 UFC fighters that both fought here at Gladiators of the Cage. So you know he's well prepared.
Oh, absolutely. With the size that he is and the fact that he trains at the Mat Factory, I wouldn't put it past him that he probably is training with Chris Dempsey, a current UFC middleweight right now.
Great reversal.
Absolutely. Repard now in the guard of Medice.
I think Repard's... wow, made that takedown easy, though. Just gave him another takedown, Grant.
Yeah, I really think Repard needs to be a little more careful. If he gets the opportunity to get back on his feet, he needs to be more careful about his distance. He needs to stay a little farther away and keep Medice on the outside of his punches a little bit more.
Stop!
Heath wasn't worried about those punches at all. Looks like he's holding his left shoulder. I think he injured that left shoulder, and I think if you go back and look at the very beginning of the fight, there was a slam. I don't know if we can get a chance to see that slam, but on one of those takedowns, he landed right on his shoulder. It may have been the first takedown that happened in about the first 10 seconds of the fight.
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm a little bit, I'm not going to say I'm surprised. I'm actually kind of impressed that Repard made it past that initial onslaught in the first round. I mean, that guillotine attempt, the slam.
He's still holding that shoulder, Grant. It looks like Chip's looking at it also. I'm really concerned about Repard's left shoulder. I mean, he took a vicious slam. And I think Chip's going to the doctors right now. I'm really concerned about that.
You know, this is an amateur MMA debut. It's his first fight, first round. There's no need for anybody to have any real long-term significant damage after a fight like this.
Yeah.
Let's go, let's go.
If they decide to call it, I wouldn't ever be upset with someone about that.
Look at how he's holding that arm. He's really hurting. There's no doubt Heath Repard is a tough customer, Grant.
No kidding.
Okay, here we go, round 2. You ready? You ready? Come on, let's fight.
Just don't want him to show his toughness so openly. I want to see him keep his hands up because I think he has a lot to show.
This is where he needs to be. He needs to be about this far away.
Oh! Good night!
Whoa!
Stop,
That's it!
Unbelievable, Grant.
Nobody saw that coming. Oh my, with his bad arm. I think that's what he caught him with.
Grant, that's called going for broke. He knew he was injured.
11 seconds.
And that animalistic instinct in the cage fighter in him said, I'm injured, I got to finish this.
11 seconds.
And there was no mercy on that punch, Grant.
Heath Repard just stole my heart.
He
Good
went down.
God.
Unbelievable.
He endured that guillotine at the beginning of the first round, the giant slam in the first round. That whole onslaught was just terrible for him. Please, let's see the instant replay of that.
Yeah, we have to see that instant replay. I honestly think he got his shoulder dislocated in that first round. I've been there. That's a very hard surface. People think this is like a wrestling ring, Grant. It's not.
It's not.
You have steel skeleton under that ring with plywood with a very thin piece of foam.
Here's the instant replay. All right, he's setting it up. He's got that. Just a quick little clip of a left hand.
It come out of nowhere.
Wow, that was amazing. That the way they reversed that too. Here we see the right kind of pause, and just a little smack. Oh my God!
I mean that was it. Beautiful shot. It was perfectly placed.
Man, wow. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know if it's that Repard. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, bro. You just impressed me.
Great job.
I don't know if it was that maybe he knew we had to get that finish, and he did a great job of whipping that punch on there. But I also think that Medice came out a little lax. I think that he knew he had that first round in the books, and he thought that he was about to go in there and finish it.
I really think the adrenaline was pumping when Heath went out there in that first round, and I think he composed himself in that second round. I didn't want him to have to show his grittiness. I wanted only the grittiness to show, but man, he got technical, and he threw a beautifully placed punch.
Wow. Let's send it over to our ring announcer, Dan Bogan, for the official decision.
Referee Chip Snyder calls a halt to the action at 11 seconds of round 2. Your winner by technical knockout due to strikes. Fighting out of the blue corner, Heath Repard. Mackenzie.
Hi. I didn't expect that. How did you gain control?
You know, the first round, he was killing me with the takedowns. That first time he took me down, I'm pretty sure it separated my collarbone. And it's pretty uncomfortable, but I'll know my corner told me to keep some distance. In the second round, I just tried to keep distance and control it. And I got a shot in on him, and it worked.
All right. Do you have anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank all my coaches. I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I want to thank my wife back in Australia. I love you, babe. And lastly, I want to thank a 7-year-old little boy. His name's Cruz Cooper. That boy fought a very rare disease of acute leukemia. He went through months of treatment. He went through a bone marrow transplant, and that kid keeps smiling. That kid's my hero. Cruz, this is for you, buddy.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Heath Repard.
Grant, I'm going to tell you right now, 2 things impressed me about this man. One was his heart. We thought he had that shoulder injury. I thought it was dislocated. He confirmed that he has a serious shoulder or collarbone injury. That really impressed me. But the second element that makes him have a long career in this sport if he keeps it up, he has the toughness like we mentioned, but he listened to his corner and he adjusted. That is key in fighting, listening to that person and having enough trust in him outside the cage and doing it inside the cage.
Absolutely. A lot of the time you don't have the wherewithal to know exactly what you need to be doing. You're in the moment. You're not outside, observing what's happening. It is really impressive that you notice that he listened to his corner properly.
Right. It shows a lot of trust, and it shows a tight-knit group of training partners when you trust the corner that much.
Absolutely. Coming up next, we've got an amateur bantamweight title fight. 135 pounds, we've got Joe Pimentel taking on Jonas Rubiano. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Sometimes you may really need help, and the problem seems so big. If you're hurt, harmed, or injured, we're right here. Flaherty Fardo. No one will work harder to help you.
Kicksandall.com. Shoes, apparel, and more. Free shipping and handling. Monthly giveaways. Dre Beat headphones, tablets,